Hey, good evening, guys. This is Vlad again from WritingLeagues.com, and I'm going to do another feedback drop on an open mic piece. This one is going to be by D.K.O.N, a different kind of nerd, and this is going to be titled Our Hell. And we do have a picture here, perhaps inspiration or topic for this. It seems to be a statue, hand on forehead, standing, it looks like by maybe a piano. I'm not 100% sure. You can see the picture and the link in the description, so that may help as well. And let's get started to it. Our Hell by D.K.O.N. I've weathered more fettered wars, severed in measured scorn, and omens that tethered heroes left villains with feathers torn, met silhouettes on pillowed nests in oubliettes at night, that would ill invest in men intent to pirouette the blackened knife. It's here. So good fucking start, dude. That's super smooth, which, I mean, is kind of expected from you at this point, but I mean, it's still impressive, the wording, the vocabulary that you can use while setting a scene and being that smooth. I mean, it's definitely good to see. The silken shadowed road, they said, eradicated fear, lays tilted on the bones they bred to predicate their years, inseminate their ears with the cries of every lonely soul that died to become emptiness. That's what I only hold. Warriors are pawns, soldiers, marionettes, strings of war they swing from politicians. There are no patriots. Country is illusion, citizens are blind, borders are meaningless, it's all within our minds. So for that section here, again, this silky smooth flow, good descriptive used in the silken shadowed road. That was very nice. Lays tilted on the bones they bred to predicate their years. So again, I'm basing it on the picture that you're using there, which is sort of a reflective, is what it seems like, sort of speaking on society, country, the sort of stanza break with that intersection. The warriors are pawns, soldiers, marionettes, strings of war they swing from politicians. Country is illusion, citizens are blind, borders are meaningless, it's all within our minds. If someone didn't know what the hell you were talking about, that kind of brings it all around. Does make it fairly easy to pick up. Let's continue. I've parted armies with fire and rendered flesh from love. My art is my desire to surrender the dual glove. A fool's nudge casts humanity to hell, overseas where bloodied bodies cause the tides to swell. The world's breathing seizes in anticipation, hands clasped. It seems our determination is annihilation, lands gasp. I used to think I was awake, aware, a being of light. I was wrong, we all were, we live in endless night. I think it's over, we're dying, but we pretend life, sure, fight. But in the end, it's just for next life's insight. If you imagined hell, what would that render be like? War, fire, hatred, separation, bloody streets, strikes, torture, endless pain, sounds like earth to me, guys. I'd rather sleep forever in this grave than to be right. So there we go. Brings it all the way back around. Super consistent. Be the word that first comes to mind with a D.K.O.N piece. Super consistent. Incredible pace, rhythm, flow. It's all great, dude. It was easy to get through. It was simple enough in the wording and the flow and the pace, again, for me to go through it rather quick, but at the same time, the wording, the vocabulary, the description that you used in it, it really enhances the piece. And I don't just read it and then be done with it. I'm sort of thinking it over as I'm going as well. It kind of makes you wonder and realize, sort of also looking at the experience that you've had, sort of curious about that. Now in this piece here, again, we had, stemming from the picture, So I'm not sure if this was a topical that was written for a league or a battle. But in terms of the topic, I mean, super consistent, especially with the statue standing there, sort of immortalized, looking back or looking down. And then ending with, I'd rather sleep forever in this grave than to be right. The section above it as well, sort of leading into that. If you imagined hell, what would that render be like? War, fire, hatred, separation, bloody streets, strikes, torture, endless pain. Sounds like earth to me, guys. I'd rather sleep forever in this grave than to be right. I thought that was a perfect way to bring this piece around first full circle and end on that. I really have no complaints. I just fit a rude piece, and I mean, it's sort of the same situation in that you have established your style, you've established yourself, your name. People sort of expect a certain level of writing in general from you, and I mean, you always at least hit that and go be above and beyond. So I don't have anything to criticize. There's nothing I would change. As I said to Rude, if I were to change or criticize something, it wouldn't really apply to you, because I have a different perspective. I write differently, so it's not fair to try to tell you to change anything based on what I would do, as opposed to what you've done and how you write. So that's that, dude. Again, this was Our Hell by D.K.O.N, and it was a great piece overall. Very good, balanced, consistent pace, flow. Again, I've probably said that, but that's really just D.K.O.N. That's really just you. In a nutshell, when you're writing, is always going to be fucking smooth. And with that, that'll be all from me. I know you don't have as much time to write as of late, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I hope to see more from you soon, and we'll also see you in O.W.L. Take it easy, dude.